So just first thing I want to say is just, just how excited I am, how blessed I am to be in this position. It's just, it's been a long time coming for me, but, truly excited to be a Charger. I'm truly excited to be in the city of Los Angeles, and, can't wait to get there, and can't wait to, get to playing, great defense and winning a lot of games.
All right, let's open up to some questions here. We got Daniel Popper. You're up first.
Hey, Kenneth, congratulations.
Hey, how you doing?
Just curious, have the Chargers given you an indication of where you're going to fit into this linebacking core? Do you expect to be in the middle, on the outside? Do you have any idea of sort of where you're going to fit in?
Yeah, to be honest, I really don't have any idea. I talked to Coach Smith tonight. He just came and pretty much gave me, congratulations, just, telling me how much he thought of me. And, he told me to give me a call tomorrow, and we will talk a little bit more. But, I really don't know. But I just know, wherever they decide to put me, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to produce.
Just one follow-up. I know you played Mike in college. Just generally, do you feel like you could play either inside or outside?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I was recruited to Oklahoma to play outside linebacker and be a pass rusher. I mean, that's something that I've shown in my game multiple times. So, I have the versatility to be able to be a stand-up rush, to be an outside linebacker, Sam, to be an inside linebacker, Mike or Will. So I'm extremely versatile.
Thanks a lot.
All right, next up, Jeff Miller.
Kenneth, tell us a little bit about your qualities. What do you think you can bring to this defense?
For me, I just think, my biggest quality is just, my work ethic. I'm a guy that's going to come in and, set the tone with my work ethic. I'm going to come in and work extremely hard. And, that's just, who I am. That's where, I make plays, and that's where, I get it from. It's from my preparation. And so, you're getting a guy that's extremely passionate about the game. A guy that's, that loves to win, that is a winner. And so, and a guy that just loves to play, great defense. I think, it's going to be really, really fun, being an LA Charger, hearing about, all the defensive players that we have now. So it's going to be fun to be able to go out there and play some great defense.
All right. Just a reminder, too, after you ask a question, be sure to lower your hand. And if you got another one, just go ahead and raise your hand again. Jason Hirschhorn, you're up next.
Hey, Kenneth. You played in the Big 12, which has for quite a while been a very pass-happy conference. How has playing in that conference molded your game as a linebacker?
Well, I think it's allowed me to develop my game, specifically in that area, a lot more than maybe, what some other guys may have seen, because in the Big 12 it's so spread out, and you're required to, fly around the field and cover, a lot. And so, I think it's just really just helped me just become a better linebacker and just helped me become a better player in space. And, I think that's something that I've improved on, all 3 years of college. So I'm looking forward to going to the Chargers and going out there making plays.
And then one follow-up. There's this perception with the Big 12 that it's an overall bad defensive conference. You played in that conference for 3 years. How do you feel about that perception? How did you view the conference in terms of defense when you were there?
Well, I mean, I feel like that perception is completely false. I mean, I feel like there are great defenses throughout the Big 12. I mean, we Oklahoma this year, we were a top 25 defense. We had TCU, who was pretty high ranked up. And so, we have defenses, and we play defense at Oklahoma and throughout the Big 12. So, just because, the numbers and the offenses, create so much glamour and so much hype, doesn't mean that there is no defense being played, and it doesn't mean that the Big 12 is any easier to win. So, it's definitely been, a long time, fighting, each year trying to win a Big 12 championship. So I know exactly how hard it is to win one.
Thanks, Kenneth.
All right, next up, Lindsay Theory.
Hey, Kenneth. Were you surprised when the Chargers traded up to pick you? And just throughout the draft process, how much communication and interaction did you have with the Chargers?
To be honest, I was completely surprised. I met with them at the combine, and I put my best foot forward, and I felt like we connected well. And then I seen one of their scouts at Pro Day, and he asked me if I was healthy, if I was going to do any drills. And, I told him I was pretty much feeling healthy. And then I probably like 2 or 3 weeks after that, I got another call from a scout, just, seeing if I was healthy, confirming my number. And then, tonight, literally I got a call from the general manager, and, his phone number was a Indianapolis number. And, I thought it was, somebody else. And when I answered the phone, he said it was the Chargers. It just really took me all by surprise. So, it definitely was something that was surprising, and definitely something that I'm extremely grateful for.
Had you, just quick follow up, had you spoken with Tom Telesco before at the combine or anything?
Yeah, we had a chance to meet at the combine, and that's what I said. I went in there and I just tried to put my best foot forward. And I think I showed who I was, and I think it was enough for them to decide to draft me.
All right, Joe Reedy up next.
Kenneth, you had a new defensive coordinator this year in Alex Grinch. Just going to that 3-3-5 setup, just what was the biggest takeaways or areas where you think he improved?
Yeah, I think just overall, just my play speed, just playing faster, and then just overall, just my recognition of how offenses are trying to attack me. Understanding schemes and different things like that. I think that's really just where I improved the most this past season, and which is what led to me making huge plays and big plays throughout games. So I think just overall, just me playing fast, and then overall just me going out there and having an understanding of how teams are trying to attack me and taking advantage of that.
And then you said you were recruited mainly as a pass rusher, but you're known as an every down linebacker and excelled stopping the run. Just how much have you prided yourself on working and improving in that area?
It's something that I pride myself on a lot. When I got moved to middle linebacker my freshman year, not having played that position before, it's just something that I try to get better on every day, and I think it's still that way to this day. And so I think if you take a look at my game, these past 3 seasons, all you see is a kid that gets better every year, and so I look forward to taking that next step this upcoming season.
All right, next up, Gilbert Manzano.
Hey, Kenneth, I saw that you have 3 adopted siblings with special needs. Tell me about that. How excited was your family for you?
They were extremely excited. It was just crazy energy once I got the call, and it was just emotional. So, it's just been a long time coming for us, but super blessed to be in this position.
And one more from me, Kenneth. I saw that you were a captain as a sophomore. Do you think that leadership quality won over maybe the coaches like Anthony Lynn?
Definitely. I mean, talking to the coaches today, he just said that he just loved who I was, and he loved what I was, and just when I come in, just to be me, and just to continue to do what I do. And so, I just think just me coming in and just telling those guys and showing them who I am, I think definitely just helped me put my best foot forward.
All right, next up, Nathan Thompson.
Hey, Kenneth. I saw you say that you would probably actually shed some tears when you heard your name called in the first round. What did it feel like when you heard your name called tonight?
Man, it was surreal. It's a moment that I would even act out as a kid. So, just to actually have it happen is just such a blessing. It was just so surreal. So, it was just really, really, crazy when I got the call, and knew I was going to get drafted, and to finally hear my name get called across the screen and just see how happy it made my family is just such a blessing.
So, did you cry?
Yeah, I cried quite a bit. Yeah, because it's a moment that I've been dreaming about all my life.
And then one more thing. How do you think OU, the program, prepared you to take this next step into the pros?
Yeah, I think they prepared me, in a huge way. Going to Oklahoma, it's always great players, always competing against great players. And that's what breeds success. Iron sharpens iron. I think that's all you get at Oklahoma. And so I think that's really what has made me and helped me become the player that I am today.
All right, next up, Katia Castorena.
Hi, Kenneth. A little bit more on what you were saying. I know it's an emotional day, but walk us through what was going on through your mind and what you thought when you got the call, and how was that in terms of the meaning for you and your family? And second question is what it means for you to play in LA, and what excites you the most about just playing in LA and being with the Chargers?
Yeah, it's just, when I got the call, it was just so surreal, to be honest. He told me, we're finna trade up and draft you. And I said, oh, okay. And I got on the phone with the head coach, and it was just, just after that, I just couldn't control my emotions. And so, I mean, it was just such a surreal moment, and just so blessed to be in this situation and be a Charger. And so, as far as LA, I'm just looking forward to just getting out there, and just really just playing football. To be honest, I know it's a great city. Obviously because of everything that goes on there. So I'm just looking forward to just being out there and just going to work.
All right, next up, Kurt Sandoval.
Hey, Kenneth. When a team moves, trades picks and moves into the first round to grab you, it really tells us that they couldn't believe you would still be on the board at that time. What did that mean to you? Did you kind of think maybe a lot of people thought you were going to go to Philly, but specifically, what does it mean for you that the Chargers would take future, down the road picks to get into the round to get you?
It means a lot. That's just a testament to just how much they believe in me. And, when you got a team like that, that means so much to me. The fact that they believe in me that much to be able to do that, you don't get everything out of me. And so, becoming a Charger, I'm going to give my all, and I'm going to go out there and lay it on the line every week, every Sunday.
Just a real quick follow-up. Obviously, you were out here for the Rose Bowl a couple years ago in that great game with Georgia. How much time have you spent in Cali?
I've been there probably a couple of times since the Rose Bowl game, just, for a few days. And so my agency is actually out there, so it's kind of funny, being an athlete's first guy. So, it's going to be, really, really fun and unique.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Omar Ruiz.
Hey, Kenneth, congratulations, man. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Hey, did I hear you say that you used to act out getting drafted?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
What was that like? In your living room with your siblings or just by yourself?
I used to do it all the time. My siblings do it all the time. My family. Even as recently as my girlfriend, these past few years, every time you watch the draft, I'm like, yo, like this is what it's gonna be like when I get up there. I'm gonna hold the jersey up like this. So, to actually be drafted in the first round, is just such a blessing.
That's awesome, man. And my actual question is kind of what are your expectations are for your rookie year in terms of playing time?
I just want to come in and compete. I just want to come in and just let my work speak for itself. I'm really confident in how I work and my work ethic. So I'm just gonna come in and just let that speak for itself.
And my last one here is every day in practice you went against Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. How have those experiences, and that competition level kind of prepared you for this next step here in the NFL?
It's helped me a lot. Like I said before, being in Oklahoma, you're able to, play against great competition, and iron sharpens iron. So, definitely wouldn't be in this position, and definitely wouldn't be, the football player that I am, without that type of competition.
Thank you.
Popper, you're up again.
I noticed on Twitter that back in 2017, you tweeted that you're going to be a first-round pick, and I thought you just quote tweeted it. I mean, clearly it's been a dream of yours since you got to college. How much did that dream drive you during your college career to get to this point, prove to everyone that that's what you could be?
It drove me every day. I mean, I was just, I wanted to be that guy to get OU back on the map defensively. We had had a first-round pick since 2010, Gerald McCoy. We had a linebacker go first round since 1984, Jack Shipley. So, just seeing all those people, seeing all that time, it definitely was time for OU to have another first-rounder. And so I just wanted to work hard and just, put us on the map.
All right, Dennis Freeman. Dennis, hit mute. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Congratulations, Kenneth.
Thank you so much.
When it comes to linebackers or pass rushers, are there any particular players in the league that you kind of emulated or admire, growing up?
I've been a huge Ray Lewis fan, all my life, and so Ray Lewis probably be my favorite player. But I just try to take bits and pieces from everybody. Bobby Wagner, Luke Kuechly, different guys like that, Von Miller, and just try to add a little bits and pieces of what they do and try to add it to my game to make it better. So, I wouldn't say it's directly one person. I just watch a bunch of tape on a lot of different guys and try to make it make me the best that I can be.
All right, thank you.
Jim Alexander, you're up next.
Hey, Kenneth, congratulations, first of all. I'm sure that you had dreamed of this moment for years, being in the draft and getting drafted and, going up on stage and hugging the commissioner and all that. How different was it under these circumstances?
Obviously it was not, what it would have been in Vegas, but I think it's still just such a special moment. It's still a moment that I'll never forget, ever in my life. And so just a huge moment of my life. And, whether it was, in Vegas or, here at home, it's still such a huge moment in my life and such a special moment.
How many family members did you have, and family members, friends, what have you, did you have there for this?
I have five with me, and then I had a couple of my high school teammates with me. But other than that, it was just them.
Social distancing, right?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, last two here. We got Nathan Thompson.
Kenneth, would you have gone to Las Vegas if it wasn't for the precautions that had to be taken?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely would have went to Vegas.
Have you talked to Lincoln Riley yet since you've been drafted?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just got off the phone with him probably about 10, 15 minutes ago.
What was that conversation like?
As soon as he got on the phone, just yelling, just so excited, so happy for me. And so, playing for Coach Riley has been such a blessing. He's such a phenomenal coach. To me, he's the best coach in the country. And, he's just such a great coach.
All right, thanks. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, and the last question for Kenneth here, we got Mike DiGiovanna.
Hey, Kenneth. You've had so many off-the-field experiences that have helped shape you as a young man, from helping to raise your adopted siblings to, from what I hear, saving somebody's life on a road last summer. Do you feel like that adds to your value as a player? Does that sort of say something about your character and maturity that maybe made you even a little more attractive to teams?
Well, I think, it definitely says, something about my character that I'm a good dude. But I think, overall, just as far as my on the field play, I think that just speaks for itself. You can my character and me being a good person is all pluses, but I think my on the field play speaks for itself, and that's enough in itself to see that that I'm a good player, and I'm also just a great person.